What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and I feel like I've been, pretty. I think most people would argue that I'm pretty careful about the words that I use and the things that I do, because some people call that weak. Some people say just commit and get yourself banned off every platform except for this one obscure one, you coward. Then other people understand kind of what I'm about, and that to me, it's reaching out, getting the message to as many people as possible, using as many platforms as possible. My YouTube channel, many people have said, and I'm not here to necessarily refute it, the videos I make, the process of actually making the video is pretty easy. Read an article, do a little research, rinse and repeat. The hard part is getting that message out to people. Shooting the video, filming the video, is the easiest part for me. After the video's done, I do some light edits to it, and then begins the process of trying to overcome essentially shadow banning on every literal platform. So I write a post. It goes on Facebook. It goes on Gab, Getter, Minds, Twitter, everywhere possible to try and reach people to overcome the shadow banning that exists. And it's the asking people to please subscribe, because it's literally the only way people can find my videos. It's asking people to join my Gilded server, because it's the only for sure way I have to really chat with people. Guild is just like Discord. It's just run by a company that I like better than Discord. Only slightly, but enough. And I've rarely had to deal with hard censorship. I know my stuff's all shadow banned, and I understand that, and that's why I'm always so active in asking my viewers. But last week, I hadn't really said anything about this. I had a Facebook page. It was facebook.com/thequartering. If you try to go there now, it doesn't exist anymore. It had something like 15 or 20,000 people that followed the page, and I post memes there, and I post my articles there, and also when new videos come out and things of that nature. And it just disappeared. So I picked up the phone and I called Mark Zuckerberg. Actually, no, obviously I didn't, because it's impossible to get a hold of anybody. And then I finally got a hold of Facebook support. Meanwhile, all my other pages seemed to work just fine. But as that page was building up steam, it just disappeared. What a coincidence, huh? Facebook support told me that I didn't violate any rules and I was free to reactivate the page. Only I couldn't reactivate the page. I wasn't able to reactivate the page. I no longer had access to my own page. It shows up in my account, but I can't reactivate something I never deactivated. So over the past week or so, I've been trying to deal with Facebook support. They've assured me that I've broken no terms of service, and yet the page was gone. I was left to do the unthinkable and abandon that page and create a whole new one. Now I have facebook.com/simply quartering, just facebook.com/quartering. And I have 1/20th of the people following it. Now I hear a lot of you. Okay? And you're like, I don't use Facebook. I deleted it forever ago. Cool. I'm not telling you to create a Facebook page. But if you do have one, please do leave a like and follow facebook.com/quartering. If you don't use Facebook, good news. I'm literally everywhere else. I have a Minds account, minds.com/thequartering. I have a BitChute channel with 48,000 subscribers if you don't like to use YouTube. I have a Rumble account if you don't like to use BitChute. I have an Odyssey account if you don't like to use Rumble. I have a Gab account if you don't like Twitter. Simply at gab.com/thequartering. I have a Getter account, even though I have strong suspicions about Getter. Getter.com/thequartering. I have an Instagram page. Most of the stuff you can find either on my website at thequartering.com, or you can find it in my link tree. My link tree is linked in my Twitter bio, and it's also linked in the description of every one of my videos. I'm going to add a few things to this before I publish it too. It's very frustrating to continue to multi-post. I spend about a half an hour after every video that I publish just trying to get it out to you guys and gals. People that have opted in and said, I want to see your posts. I have to post to 10 different places and hope and pray that maybe you'll see one of them. That's obviously not your fault, but if you don't follow me on any social media, I'm sure you use one of these. Please consider it. And if you don't, you prefer chatting instead, I've built this Gilded community, which is exactly like Discord, except not run by SJWs. There's 4,000 plus members in there now, talking about everything from gaming to politics to the stuff going on with truckers. They have all my discount codes, my like promo codes all listed here. There's all sorts of different voice chat and text chat and gaming and coding and science and anything you could want to chat with people on. And it's very easy. If you go to my link tree and you just click Gilded, it'll take you to Gilded. It'll ask you to install the chat room or whatever, and then you're done. Poof, you're in. Gilded right now is my preferred way to chat with people, but it's also important that I regain my following on Facebook. So if you use Facebook, and I know that like a lot of people either have deleted it or have been banned or don't like to support it, I 100% support you in that manner. But where I'm coming from is there is 1.2 billion people on Facebook. If you already follow me on Minds, if you already follow me on Gab, if you already follow me on Getter, you kind of already know, right? You're aware of big tech censorship. You're aware of all this stuff going on. People on Facebook, people that use Facebook daily, a lot of them aren't. And that's why it's important we don't abandon these mainstream platforms. Yeah, I hate Twitter. It's frustrating for me to put out a tweet on Twitter to my 150,000 alleged followers and get like 50 likes. I can go to Getter, which is supposedly also astroturfed, right? And many of my posts here, 134 likes, 46 retweets, 259 likes, 58 retweets. I get just as much interaction with on Getter or Gab as I do on Twitter. So why not choose one over the other? Well, it's important to me to reach people. I want to be a doorway to seeing things for the way that they actually are. And you don't get that by opting out. You don't get that by saying, screw it. And like, I'm not saying you have to join Facebook or reactivate it. What I'm saying, it's important to me, even though I hate Mark Zuckerberg and even though I hate Facebook, it's important for me as a business and if I care about my message getting out there, if I care about showing people the light, so to speak, then I have to use it. And if I'm going to use it, I want to use it right. And I want to bring every one of you over here to leave a like and follow the page so we can reach new people. Because it's not necessarily about reaching you. You already know. But it's about reaching the people that you know, that maybe you that don't know, and getting involved. And if you don't use Facebook, you can find me literally everywhere else. 60% of my day is spent just like making sure I can post on other platforms and figuring out what's going on with Rumble or making sure my BitChute account works or my Odyssey account works, posting things to, Minds to make sure, a lot of this stuff is intertwined and it makes it a little easier, which is awesome. But, I still have to come over to Facebook and manually upload videos and memes and stuff like that. I still have to go to my Instagram page. I have 1,700 followers here. That should be like 20, 30, 40,000. But I haven't done a good enough job promoting it. Look at my little puppy Ruby. There's a lot of dog pictures here. But I've started posting like more content related stuff there. Why is Instagram and Facebook important? because people use it. And so if you're still on there, please open a new tab, go to facebook.com/quartering, one word, leave a like and a follow on there. And if you're not, please consider following me on any one of these other platforms. I would love to have you on anywhere. I really appreciate all of your support and always working hard to help spread the videos. I would be nothing if it weren't for that. So thank you all. And hopefully I'll see you on one of these many other platforms. Maybe my Gilded server. Love to talk to you there. I pop in there every day. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.